One.
I mean, obviously that was a much needed win. You know, my daughter, before I left today, my daughter's 5, Jolie, she said, Daddy, you guys will probably win today. Usually you lose on Friday and win on Saturday. So she has her days mixed up by one day, but for whatever reason, that pattern, you know, that's a good win. I thought we were really tough at the end. They had us in a really bad way. So, I mean, we were down 9, and they haven't done that against a lot of teams, which is, you know, allow us to hang around and then start to stack some things together. Tons of stops at the end. I thought we were physical without fouling finally, which I've been really on our team about that. And they're very physical too. I think that, you know, they didn't really foul much either game, but they'll hit you to get the ball. And I thought that's, you know, especially down the stretch, I thought rebounds, it wasn't like they weren't going for them. We were just a little bit quicker to the ball. And, you know, that's a really good win. I don't know where it probably stacks up there with, I mean, they're receiving votes in the top 25. So I'm not sure where it ranks. I know teams that I've coached, I've got a lot of respect for that program. They haven't lost very much in our league for the last 3 years. And it does, I know it feels good for our team that, you know, they came into Huntington and it didn't go the way they, you know, thought it was going to go. So hats off to our girls for really battling. You know, we were tough at the end, really tough, and made plays too.
I know that there's one sequence that sort of sticks out to me is you all are up, I think, in the 4 to 6 range late. You've overcome the deficit. You're on top, but you all battle for a rebound and get the run out to Lorelai, who hits a layup. And as much as she battled in the post in that fourth quarter, how rewarding was that for you to see that moment for her that sort of put this one out of reach too?
Well, you gave me the nice story. In the moment, I'm just like, way to score that, baby. Get back and guard somebody. You know, I can't stack it all together. But you are right. You know, I thought and Nancy was still really good. I mean, that's the credit to her is she still really impacted the game. But I thought we did exactly what you have to do against her, which we did make it tough on her all weekend. So she was productive, but it was not easy. And that was one of the goals going in is it's 80. I know we do have some bodies inside now that I'm really comfortable with. And, you know, we wanted to make it tough. And, you know, I thought last night, you know, she only played 22 minutes. That's an advantage for them. If we make her grind twice, so I do think, you know, I thought going into it, I was like, we would have liked to play her a little bit more last night. But I thought our interior defense was good. We did a nice job of helping as well. You know, we didn't get strung out and Lorelai. Kennedy, Kennedy, that was her best game at Marshall. Really tough at the end. She got a lot of big time rebounds at the end, or a couple big time rebounds that made me think it was a lot. But you know, she really jumped up there and got some boards. She was good on the offensive end, and that's what we try to do against them, which is you know, really make Mulkey guard a lot of screens, and you have to make some shots in that type of game. And we you know, obviously we played 20 minutes last night to make a thing, a little bit better in the second half. We did tonight what we needed to do, which was we did not shoot it well in the first half. So, but we shot it just well enough to hang around. And then once it broke, then we made some plays and got over the hump and got the win. What a shot by Taylor Pearson. You know, that is the classic. No. And then actually when I saw the ball in the air and it was Tay, I just said, stick it. You know, she has made a ton of big shots like that. At Middle Tennessee a couple years ago, she battled like crazy. And that's a great win over there too. Those are wins we haven't had here, you know, and she battled like crazy that whole game on the best post player in the league. And then she has got like 3 points or something, steps out from 25 feet and buries a 3 to win the game. And, you know, that was a huge shot to put us up 4. I'm really happy for Tay and Kristen. I think that, if I jump on my soapbox for a second, what we have gone through and the fact that this team that has not been together is battling their tails off just to make it to Frisco is about as irritating to me as possible. It's not right in my mind. I mean, when we sat down, we're all going to go through this kind of stuff. We haven't had our team together, but let's get everybody to Frisco and sort it out there. And we're in the middle of a battle for our lives. And tonight was a really big win, but we have to go find more. We have to go find more. We showed we're capable of it, but we've got to go find them.
Well, and to get this one at home, especially, I mean, is this one of the biggest gifts you could have given the seniors? Is that win? There's that glut of 4 teams down there that it could go any way, but you all had to have at least one of these last 4 or 5, and tonight's a huge step, especially for tiebreaker purposes.
Yeah, I mean, they gave it to themselves. I mean, I was over there cheering them on, trying to organize them, but they went and earned it. Our team earned it, so they get all the credit for stepping up and being tough. And I usually I was pretty excited for them in the locker room, and I usually flip it into a teaching moment. But I do think, and Jake, you and I talked about it, or last night, about the week of practice. I think we practiced tougher. I think you saw it all weekend. Last night, it didn't look like it. And we didn't really change anything last night. We just talked about the fact you've got to carry yourself in a way that you are gonna make the plays that are gonna win. And we definitely did that. I mean, you just look at the way we carried ourselves. Look at the difference. And they better remember it. And we should be tough. We should be a tough team at North Texas. We should be a tough team at Middle Tennessee. What do you want? What do you want to learn? When the ball's down there, you got to stick your nose in there and get it. And hopefully they just did it. So boy, howdy, we should remember.
Coach, with Pearson's and Mayo's last home game today, can you reflect on what they mean for this program, over their 4 years they've been here?
I'm probably not going to do it justice, honestly. I mean, yeah, I can try. I think they're both very much, when you have a program, they're exactly the type of people that you want. They work very hard off the floor for their Marshall degree. Okay. And they're going to be proud of it 20 years from now. They're going to have pride in our school. They have very good GPAs. Taylor's going to go to medical school. Kristen can do whatever she wants. She's going to be a teacher, and she'll be really good at that. I hope she coaches, honestly. She tells me no way. I hope someday she does, because she's got that in her. She's tough and competitive. And I mean, those are the type of people that we need still in the game, go teach people the things that you do. So they've been a part of a bunch of big wins. I think that, going back, I wish we just could have had some fluidity. I mean, because I've said many times, I really like this team. It has been so tough on us to get any kind of momentum. And so I think I'm proud of them for battling and staying in there, all of them, but I think without those two kind of leading the charge, I don't think our team responds to the things we've gone through the way they have. Their steadiness as people, their steadiness as players, it hasn't always been easy for them. That's usually the way it goes as players. You keep your nose in there and you take it on the chin some, and then some nights you give it back. And I'm really happy that tonight, on their last time here, they gave it back in probably what is one of the bigger wins that Marshall women's basketball's ever had. I kind of know the history. There's not a lot of banners up there. So it's probably one of the bigger ones we've ever had.
Coach, going off that, you said last night that this team was good enough to compete with Rice and take down a team of that caliber. And today you kind of did that. You obviously really believed in that. You meant in that. What did you see coming out in that second half that gave you further validation that this team could very easily take down a conference leader?
I think the fact that, probably I just know they go after it. I don't know I'm sure that they don't feel like they played well and all that, but I think they were challenged, and I think when we go back and look at the loose balls at the end and the rebounds, they were going after them just as hard as we were. And I felt like, that's where we started the beginning of this week was we need to move the needle on that stuff. And I thought we were a lot tougher and, just kind of stayed the course all weekend. It took 80 minutes. The first 40 wasn't good at all. The first 25 or 26 wasn't great down here, but we didn't back off. We held in there long enough to knock down some shots and get a win.
Well, and I know that a lot of the talk's been about the seniors, but you sort of stepped up, challenged Wheeler a little bit with what you said yesterday. How do you feel like she responded? It seemed like from the jump she made it a point to go out with a little bit more confidence today.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't talk to her, so I don't know if she heard. I don't know if she listened to what I said last night, but I believe in her a lot, and I also believe that. How did she play? She played pretty well. That's pretty obvious. We need her to keep going and understand that, a lot of people try to take her off her game. And I didn't think they overly did tonight, and when they don't, you got to make them pay. And I thought she was very, very effective. The pull up that she hit there in the fourth quarter, that was a big shot. And those were the ones, I mean, it just takes a little bit of film to see you're open and you've got to shoot that. 2 years ago, basically we had the same game plan. And, I thought, blast from the past, Taylor Porter, Shayna Gore, they did a nice job. We did a nice job for like 3 quarters taking that stuff, and usually you want to slam it to the rim some. And you can get good shots. You just have to believe that 17-footer is good. For today, because of the defensive presence that Nancy Mulkey is, you've got to be okay with that. And, I think we called a similar play for her right before that. And I had to just talk to her about, you went too deep. You don't have to go very deep. You're just one bounce off that thing, stick it. And she's learning too. That's the thing about her. She's growing as a player. You can see it last year to this year. There's no one, a year ago, she caught some people by surprise. There's no one that's surprised by the fact that she can play now. And she's more productive now than she was a year ago. I sort of expect she shot at 4 for 6 from 3. I think that number needs to go up in the off season. That's probably my one thing with her. She should be up there 37, 38% from 3, I believe. But I'm glad that she's got 4 on and wearing Marshall colors, because I like coaching her. I like her energy level. I say that a lot. She's fun to be around, and she was fun to watch tonight.
The mental side of the third quarter for your team, how pivotal is that going forward? Just because it seemed like every time that Schwartz touched the ball, she was getting to the foul line, and those can start to wear on a team. But it seemed like the girls kept their head really well and sort of came together, in between the third and fourth quarter and said, forget that, we can just go play this thing.
Yeah, I thought, we definitely got them deeper into their playbook tonight. And that led a little bit to way more stuff on the fly, in terms of coverage. And I think that they started dialing up stuff that we hadn't, our girls needed to work on the fly. And we probably need to be better scheme wise, and I'll watch that I'm sure we have rules that we probably didn't follow that got her open a little bit. But we did get them out of the continual chin stuff, and we saw some different looks, and they made us pay a little bit. But, I think the answer to that question is we'll see going forward. I mean, they certainly should have learned what they're capable of competitively when that buzzer went off tonight. But I guess it remains to be seen if we learned it or not. I'll tell you after the next 4 games, which are really tough games too. I think that's the lesson in there tonight is, it was really important to find a way to win that game, because there's been plenty of teams that have been in there on them. And then instead of us making the 3, they make. Western Kentucky went through it last weekend, played them very, very tough twice, and Rice made a bunch of shots at the end to win the games. And so I'm happy that we were able to be steady. We talked about that too. Like, they're going to make runs, they're going to score. They're really good defense on both ends. So you better be level-headed about your competitiveness. And I think we were. I mean, I think you saw that. And then finally, when the dam broke, the dam broke. And that was a good way to finish it off.
Coach, where does this one rank for you?
It's probably the best win we've had. I mean, there's quite a few of them that I'm proud of, but that's a really good basketball team who played hard. They played hard. They don't not play hard. And so you have to stare down, that situation, and you have to find a way to make more plays than them. And so that our team responded. We responded, and the best team coming in here, backs against the wall, find a way, and they did. So I'm really proud of them. We've got another really good team next weekend too. That was 1 in the West. We got 2 in the West next weekend. Finish with 1 in the East right now. So we don't have any. There ain't no sitting around being happy about this one. Good. Go Herd. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
We're good, Coach. Very much.
See you.